I'm being evicted from my home, so let's do a quick little flat tour and have a nose through my things before it all goes into storage, because I have no idea when it will be coming back out. Before anyone says anything, it was a no-fault eviction. Yes, I got given a Section 21. Yes, I was given a court date. Yes, I've gone to shelter. Yes, I've gone to the council. I need to get all of this shit into storage. Let's do a quick little tour of my stuff before that happens. If you were following me when I used to live in my attic bedroom, you might know I had a Oddity decor wall above my bed. This is where a lot of that stuff went, and it just evolved. It is in my living room, and my kitchen is also in my living room, which, to be honest, isn't terrible because I have really bad ADHD and I leave my oven on all the damn time. But at least I'm just sat there, and when I do realise, it's because I could see it. This is the desk where I work. It's not the most comfortable because that sofa is incredibly old. It was the previous tenants and they left it here. There's springs sticking out the bottom now. It's very sunken in, so I have to sit on several pillows to have even just a little bit enough height to reach the freaking desk. I want to give you guys a close-up of some of my things. We have a little scorpion in a sphere. We have some dried flowers. Obviously, I love my dried flowers and stuff. This is a real little taxidermy duckling. This is a real little bird skull. We have lots of different skulls and various things, as well as lots of different crystals, insects, butterflies. This was a gift. This one I bought. This one I made. This one is a little baby scorpion. And then this one I bought. This one I made. This is a bigger scorpion. And I just have a terrible habit of keeping the things that I make. I have sold a couple insect frames, but I've kept more than I've sold. Up here we have some more stuff, obviously some more dried things, more skulls. We have cute little tentacle, some candles, vintage Snoopy, plants. I have a lot of black cat stuff. That is a recurring theme. This is a little something that I painted. I have a mix of things. Again, I painted this, but then I also have art from other artists. Lots of little things. Little Togepi. Again, that's a vintage Togepi. That's a squirrel tail. Yep. This is a box of snakeskin. I did a previous video where I mentioned that it was here and people were like, hang on, you can't just brush over that. So I will get back to the snakeskin. I'll reply to one of those comments on that video, maybe, if I ever remember. If somebody's watching this and wants me to do that, remind me in the comments of this video. Anyway, up here we have a lot of crystals. I made this shelf. Isn't it so freaking cute? With little miniature things. Oh, I'm obsessed. And then again, more black cat stuff. More black cat stuff. That's a dead plant, but I'm keeping it for an experiment. Here's a plant. There's a plant. This is a very long plant. It goes very far down. Desk I got off of Facebook. Another desk I got off of Facebook. Dressing table I got off of Facebook. Phone table I got off of Facebook. Chair I got off of Facebook. As you can tell, I'm quite a fan of Facebook Market. Absolutely not sponsored. If you get scammed on there, that's your fault, not mine. This part of my living room here is like one of my favourite parts ever. I love this little area. I think it's so freaking cute. We have a doll that I've had since I was about 5 years old. And then up here, these are from Barbados. These were my nana's. And then we have a little Keaton Henson card. This card I got from the vets when my cat passed away. Cheeky Harry Styles magazine. The bowl my cat used to eat from. And a cool little piece of art my sister got me. Surprise, surprise, we also have more crystals and more plants. This light is really cool. It's shaped like a mushroom. One of my personal favourite areas of my kitchen is my wall of soup. We got some more cutie little decorations. Again, I really love this artist. I have a lot of her stuff around my flat. And this is the kitchen. As I said, it's just this wall. This is the kitchen. But we do have the sink out here. And there's the front door. So I put these little mushrooms up on a shoelace. It did the job. And then we have this fake ivy. This used to be on the ceiling in my old attic bedroom. And then we have this cute little shelf up here. Dried herbs, crystals, that funky guy, these funky dudes, unfinished project. If you are an ADHD artist, gremlin, goblin, then you know. And this is possibly the saddest part of this flat. I call it the shrine to my dead cat, but really it's just all of her treats and stuff that I kept there when she was alive, and then since she passed away I just haven't had the I haven't been able to bring myself to get rid of it, and now I'm being forced to, so it's kind of good in a good way, but realistically I'm just going to put it all in a box and then not go through that. And here is my collection of jars and containers, because I'm convinced I will use it, especially if it's made of glass. Especially if it's made of glass. I'm convinced I will use them. I will craft them into something. I don't fucking know. Be it a vase. I'm convinced I'll use it. So again, that's gonna be a whole box by itself. And yeah, this is it's just like a square. Kind of starts the kitchen. You get the vibe. You get the layout here. And then we have the bedroom. I have a small double bed to give you some kind of clue for perspective. And then we have a little bit of space before we get to the bathroom. If you can see in the bedroom, the light isn't in the middle of the room because this wall has been built in to give a bathroom. Shower, toilet, sink. We've got a couple more plants. We've got this guy, he is looking kind of sad. But I'm not really sure what I can do to help him. It's not massive, but it's big enough. And I've only hit my head on this wall a couple of times whilst using the toilet. I have this little frame that I made, some little duckies. Lots of like birthday presents as well. These I've had for fucking years. These I got whilst I was at uni. We have my bras and my shoes. I have a lot of shoes. I'm gonna miss this so much. This is one of my favourite parts of my bedroom and I'm really gonna miss it. This is a lot of like dressing up stuff. It's very obvious what my favourite colours are. A lot of stuff from my old bedroom did end up on this mantelpiece above the fireplace, along with, again, a bunch of new stuff. We have some CDs and a cassette tape here. This one is Meatloaf, a signed Skin Dread CD, Harry Styles, some Keaton Henson poetry. I got given this little guy at Download Festival. I do want to do a proper video at some point going through all of my oddities because I have a lot of skulls, a lot of bones, a lot of dead insects and such. This is a nice little vertebrae. I can't remember when I found this, but I was very, very excited to find it. These are also box books. I fucking love a box book. And then over here we have my bedside table. We have a big memory wall, lots of jewelry, me pimple patches, face wipes, more jewelry. I use a paintbrush to tie my hair up and it works. And then I go to bed and I chuck it there. So we have another art wall here. We have some prints, more prints, more prints, and then we get some Polaroids and little photo booth pictures and tickets, set list, more tickets, wristbands, cheeky VIP Aurora and My Chemical Romance wristband, and my little baby, little Polaroids of my little baby. And then this is the bulk of my clothes. I know it doesn't look like I have been packing stuff, but I swear I have. There's 3 big boxes of stuff here packed. We have 2 big bags packed under the bed, and then behind those is like 3 or 4 vacuum sealed bags, and I have another one up there as well. I have packed a lot. I just have so much stuff that it looks like I haven't packed anything. Also, how cool is this bag? This one I got from a vintage stall at a market, I believe. It was just so sparkly. Have I ever worn it out? No, but it's just so nice. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That is the flat I've been living in for the last 2.5 years. I have to laugh because if I don't laugh, I will cry again. And if you would like to support my small business, that would be really helpful in this time. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get orders out, but I will pack and ship orders whenever I can. But right now, I don't know where I'm going to be living, so just bear with me, please, and give me all the patience you can extend to me because it is very much appreciated. Thank you.